Hello students, as I told you, I will solve assignment 2 which was fifth order filter. It was a bit difficult for you people to solve that and some steps were confusing for you when I solved example. Hence I felt that I shall solve it again and present that video. Here few steps are added which makes solving the problem easy, because I found it is very difficult for you to solve the pole position, that is step 2. Hence some things are added here in this video. Please see to that. Now the given values are omega p is equal to 1000 pi and kp is equal to -1 decibel, omega s is equal to 2000 pi and Ks is equal to -40 decibel. These values are given to you. Now step 1, I think there is no problem for you to find the answer for step 1. Most of you can do it. Delta has come out to be 99.99 and epsilon value has square root of 10 raised to minus 0.1 kp minus 1 has found out to be 0.5088. Okay. Similarly, n cos hyper inverse formula, cos hyper inverse of delta by epsilon divided by cos hyper inverse of omega s by omega p. You have found it to be 4.53. Most of you have come out with this answer also. Fine. Now 4.53 is rounded off to 5. That is, this is the answer. Now step 2, pole position finding, whatever is there, no? There, finding this also is not a problem. E, an in between value, 4.17. Okay. And then finding R is also no problem. Omega p by 2 e raised to 1 by n minus e raised to -1 by n. Here one important point which I might have left in the previous video is, this is a step where I will be finding normalized h of s. Normalized h of s means pole positions not for the actual filter but for the normal filter. Here these are the standard values which are available in filter tables. Hence you have to take omega p is equal to 1 radian per second. Please note that omega p is equal to 1 radian per second. Important thing. You have to take it in this step. Okay. Hence R becomes equal to 1 by 2. Omega p here whatever I substituted is 1 by 2. Hence if you do that, R becomes equal to 0.29. Finding out this also should not be a difficult task. And R, the big R or the major axis whatever is there, no, that is 1 by 2, 4.17 raised to 1 by 5 plus here, that's all. The same values 1.3305 plus 0.7516 divided by 2. Answer comes out to be 1.041. The answer is 1.041. Okay, 1.041. This is the major axis R. Now let us go ahead, continuing with step 2. Step 2 today I will elaborate so that your difficult thing whatever is there, finding out the pole position and then the order of the filter, I mean to say the polynomial, we will make it easy in this video. Now here few changes I have made so that this few changes whatever I am doing today you can apply it to Butterworth filter also. With this method what I am following today, it is easy for you to solve the second order equation. Okay, second order equation, I mean to say the polynomial equation which you want can be easily solved out. Okay, now step 2 continued. From the previous thing whatever is there. Okay, now R is equal to 0.29 and the big R is equal to 1.041. Okay, actually this is the pole position. You know that in pole position you are in need of a ellipse, because already you are clear with the point that the poles are positioned around an ellipse in case of our Chebyshev filters. Okay, they are positioned around a ellipse, not around a circle. In case of Butterworth, they are positioned around a circle. Now this is the thing. Now I have to position the poles, but before that, you know that what you have to do. The thing is, you have to calculate the theta. You have to calculate theta. Hence theta k, already this is also an easy step. Theta k is equal to pi by n into k plus pi by 2n plus pi by 2, where n is equal to 5 and k is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, okay, and then 4, because our order is fifth order, one less than that. K is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now if you apply this, you can do that. K is equal to 0 first, then k is equal to 1, and you can find, most of you can find this also. Hence I shall not elaborate this step. Theta naught, answer has come out to be 108 degree. Theta 1 is equal to 144. Theta 2 has come out to be 180 degree. Theta 3 is equal to 216, and then theta 4 252. Obviously, if I position these poles, the first is 108 degree. That means this is 90 degree, 18 degree after that. This is S0. Theta 1, 144, somewhere here. S1. This is S2, because 180 degree, you can see that. This is S2. What about S3? It is here somewhere. Conjugate of S1. And then S4, which is conjugate of S0. Okay. Like this, the left half plane, left half pole positioning we are supposed to do. I have positioned all the poles. Only left half. Okay. Now, what we have to do is, a small step is included for you so that it is easy for you to do the calculation. Please see this important step. Now, just have a small table here. This is apart from previous video. Serial number, and have the value of A, which is r cos theta, and have value of B, which is r sin theta. Okay, r sin theta. Now, and then here polynomial, okay, corresponding polynomial. Serial number 0, okay, 0. Now serial number 0, I have to find the value of A. A is equal to, you see, A is equal to r cos theta. Now we shall see r cos theta, what is the value. Theta, that is for the 0th, that means 108 degree. 0.29 into cos 108 is equal to, it has come out to be, okay, 0.29 cos 108 is equal to minus 0.0896. Okay. Similarly, value of B value. What is the value of B? R sin theta. That means R is 1.041 into sin 108 has come out to be 0.99, okay, 0, 0, okay, 0.99. Similarly, next value, theta 1 is 144, that is 0.29 into cos 144 minus 0.2346, minus 0.2346. Same thing, 1.0141 into sin 144. The value is 0.6119. 0.6119. Next, second. Here you can see the second, that is the third pole or S2, for that 180 degree. If you see that 0.29 into cos 180 minus 0.29 minus 0.29, this value becomes 0. This value becomes 0. Now you have found all the values of A and B. Why I am using A and B? So that A and B I am using because I can find the pole positions. Now S0 is equal to minus A plus JB. You have to use this. That means it is equal to, actually it is A plus JB. A plus JB is minus 0.0896 plus J.99. S1 minus 0.2346 plus J.6119. Similarly, S2 is equal to minus 0.29. Okay, minus 0.29. Now what about S3? S3 is conjugate of S1. That means minus 0.2346 minus J.6119. S4 is conjugate of S0. Hence it becomes minus 0.0896 minus J.99. Hence this is how the poles are positioned. These are the values. You can easily find it from this. Now corresponding polynomial I have to find out. Corresponding polynomial I have to find out. Each of the poles are having A and B here. A and B values, isn't it? A and B values are present. Now A and B values you can use to find the polynomial, corresponding polynomial. How you will use these A and B values to find the polynomial? See, finding polynomial is easy. You have to use this formula: S square plus 2AS plus A square plus B square. A square plus B square. I had told you this in the previous video, but I had not applied it. In this video I have applied it and found. For example, now here one important thing is A, whatever is there, you only have to take the magnitude. Although it has come out to be minus 0.0896, you have to take it as 0.0896 only. This is important. No minus values here. Okay, no minus values. Why it is? Because it becomes S minus S0, isn't it? Hence no minus values, only plus values you have to take. See, the first polynomial which results is, I will just do only for the first polynomial, that is here at this point. Okay, now S square plus 2 A value minus 0.0896 is there, but I will just take it as 0.0896 S plus A square, that is 0.0896 square plus 0.99 square. Okay, the first polynomial has resulted out to be S square plus 0.1792S plus 0.9883. This is my first polynomial. Here I am writing it. S square plus 0.1792S plus 0.9883. Similarly, second polynomial. The second polynomial, whatever is there now, the second polynomial, you can write down the second polynomial also. S square plus 1.618S plus 1.029. The last polynomial, it is not a second order polynomial because it becomes like this. You see, in our polynomial, actually how these polynomials are resulting, because it becomes like something like this in S minus S0, S minus S1, S minus S2, so on, isn't it? This S minus S2, what is S2 here? S2 is minus 0.29, hence it becomes S plus 0.29. It doesn't result in a polynomial, but it results in a first order S plus 0.29. Hence I got all the polynomials corresponding to poles. Okay. Why this is second order? Because 0 is having one complement. Okay, conjugate. Similarly, first pole is having a conjugate. But second pole comes on the real axis. It comes on the real axis. It doesn't have any conjugate. Hence it becomes S plus 0.29. You please note that I have added a step where I am finding A and B and I am giving the pole positions easily from this table. Okay. This is added one. Okay. This is an important thing which you can use to do so that you can find the pole positions. Okay. Pole positions as well as polynomials, okay. Hence this step is not completed yet. I have to find h of s. I have to find h of s now, okay. Step 2, pole position I have found. Now step 3 is about finding the h of s value. How I can find the h of s value? I will be using these polynomials only. Next step, this is required for me anyway. Next step is about finding out h of s. I will do that. Step 3 is to find h of s. You know how to find h of s. H of s is equal to kn whole divided by s minus s naught, s minus s1, s minus s2, s minus s3, s minus s4. Now, you know that s naught and s3 are complex conjugate, isn't it? Similarly, S1 and S4 are complex conjugate. Sorry, S0, S1, it is S0 and S4. S0 and S4 are complex conjugate. S0 and S4 are complex conjugate, whereas S1 and S3 are complex conjugate pairs. They gives us the polynomial. Already you have found those polynomial. Hence, no need for you to bother on the equation which you are getting. Already with the help of A and B, you have found those polynomials. Since I will write directly those polynomial second order equation. Hence, you are writing s square plus 0.1792s plus 0.9881 multiplied by s square plus 1.618s plus 1.029 into about this last one, s plus 0.29. Okay, s plus 0.29. Now these multiplication gives you fifth order. This multiplication gives you fifth order. Obviously this is a long multiplication, but I will just go on writing the values here. Okay, kn s square plus 0.1792s, okay, 0.1792s plus 0.9881 multiplied by this and this I will do first. Okay, this and this I will do first. That has resulted me, you please verify, s cube plus 0.7584 s square plus 0.565s plus 0.1245, and then multiplying these two, again multiplying these two, kn whole divided by, okay, there is a big multiplying photo I will send, and then you can see that I got answer as s raised to 5 plus 0.9376 s raised to 4 plus 1.684 s cube plus 0.9752 s square plus 0.5807 s plus 1.1230. Okay, now finally kn value. What is kn value? Because it is odd already, this step is also known to you. Kn value is 0.123, isn't it? Hence at the last step you can substitute kn. Okay, kn is equal to b naught, okay, is equal to 0.123 since n is equal to odd. N is equal to odd. Hence at this step I got the answer, which is 0.123 divided by s raised to 5, 0.9376 s raised to 4 plus 1.6484, like this. Step 3 is to find h of s. You have found h of s. Now step 4 is to have the critical frequency. I hope some changes I have done with respect to the previous video. The changes are obviously, you know that the changes are with respect to a table added here, a and b. With that I found the corresponding polynomial, and I got the last polynomial by multiplying each of these polynomial. Okay. Now step 4. Step 4 is critical frequency. Critical frequency, whatever is there in our Chebyshev filter, you can take it as passband edge, because this is a sharp transition is there. Then I will take it as 1000 pi radians per second. Although there is formula involved, later we will see that, because now we will not apply any formula to find critical frequency. Now directly we will take it as 1000 pi radians per second. Step 5 is transformation. What transformation you are wanting? Actually low pass filter to low pass filter. I have already found an HFS which is normalized or a standard filter. That standard filter I will transform it into a critical frequency or passband edge frequency of 1000 pi radians per second. I will write HFS now. HFS is equal to Kn, that is 0.123 whole divided by s raised to 5 plus 0.9376 s raised to 4 plus 1.684 s cube plus 0.975 s square plus 0.5807 s plus 0.123. Here low pass to low pass transformation, that means s wherever is there, no, I will substitute s by omega c or omega p, s by 1000 pi. This is the substitution that is required for us. See, this is also very important thing. You are transforming low pass to low pass filter. Now what I have to do is, in the above equation, wherever s is there, you substitute it to be s by 1000 pi. 0.123 whole divided by s by 1000 pi whole raised to 5 plus 0.9376 s by 1000 pi raised to 4 plus 1.684 s by 1000 pi raised to 3 plus 0.975 s by 1000 pi square plus 0.5807 s by 1000 pi plus 0.123. Okay, now normalization, that means this goes to the denominator, numerator, isn't it? This goes to numerator. Hence what you have to do is 1000 pi raised to 5 goes to numerator. Hence I will just do like this. You can keep this answer as the final answer, no problem. No need for you to multiply and keep all the values. Keep it in this form only. 0.123 1000 pi raised to 5, because this goes to numerator, isn't it? Whole divided by s raised to 5 plus 0.9376. 1000 pi raised to 4 is there. 5 is one extra, hence 1000 pi multiplied by s raised to 4, isn't it? Plus 1.684 S cube is there, 1000 pi divided by 1000 pi cube is there, hence here 1000 pi square comes into S cube plus 0.975 S square is there, 9 S square is there, hence here what happens is 1000 pi here cube comes plus 0.5807 S is there divided by 1000 pi, that means 1000 pi raised to 4 into S. Last step, last here 0.123 1000 pi raised to 5. This is what is your H of S. A very big problem which I shouldn't have given you as an assignment. Accidentally I gave you and I only should solve it now. Anyway, this is what is your final answer. Okay, this is what is your final answer. We can't say that exam this much long problems will not be asked, where examination problems will be on digital filters, but this problem you can solve as an understanding of the steps. Obviously I shall rewind the steps. Step 1 to find the order, then step 2 pole position, where you will be finding out small r and big R, major and minor axes. Okay, and then pole positions, a small table I have added in this video so that it is easy for you to find the pole positions. Okay, follow that. If any difficulty is there in doing that step, you can contact me please. Why, if you talk to me, I can solve your problem personally. Okay, and there is no other go for us. Like this only we need to learn. Okay, I hope you will contact me or you will message me in WhatsApp regarding any problems what you face. Thank you.